Most people get this wrong when starting a company in Turkey. They think it is just paperwork and a quick online registration. But here's the truth no one tells you. In Turkey, the order of legal steps, the type of company you choose, and even how your tax setup is handled can completely change how fast your business becomes operational. And if you are watching this, you are probably planning to start a business in Turkey in 2026. Maybe you are a foreign entrepreneur. Maybe you are expanding from Europe, Asia, or the Middle East. Or maybe you are just exploring a low-cost entry point into international business. Either way, this guide will walk you through everything step by step in a simple, practical way. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how to register a company in Turkey, what structure to choose, how taxes work, what it costs, and the mistakes that delay most beginners. And stick around, because in a minute, I'll show you the most commonly chosen company structure in Turkey for foreign founders that balances low cost, legal protection, and simplicity. Now, let's start from the beginning. Turkey is one of the most strategically located countries for business. It connects Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. It also has a growing digital economy, strong manufacturing base, and relatively low startup costs compared to Western Europe. But here's the problem. The system is structured and document-heavy. If you miss even one step or submit inconsistent paperwork, your registration can be delayed. So, step 1 is understanding the types of companies you can open. In Turkey, the most common business structures are the sole proprietorship and the limited liability company, known as an LTD Şirket. There is also the joint stock company, called a H-Tuş-Açten. But that is usually for large-scale corporations. For most entrepreneurs, especially foreigners, the LTD company is the best choice. Now here's why. An LTD company gives you limited liability protection. That means your personal assets are separate from your business obligations. It is also flexible, widely accepted, and easier to manage than a joint stock company. Now imagine someone named Alex starting an online export business in Istanbul. If Alex chooses a sole proprietorship, Alex is personally responsible for business debts. But if Alex chooses an LTD company, the liability stays within the company. That separation is extremely important for risk management. Now let's move to step 2. Choosing your company name. In Turkey, your company name must be unique and approved during registration. It is checked through the trade registry system. So before you design logos or websites, you need to confirm availability. For example, if Jake wants to start Anatolia Tech Solutions, Jake must ensure the name is not already registered or too similar to another business. Now here's a mistake many beginners make. They fall in love with a brand name before checking legal availability. Then they are forced to change everything later. So always verify first. Brand later. Now step 3 is deciding your business activity. In Turkey, you must define your company's scope of activities clearly during registration. This includes what services or products your business will provide. For example, John wants to start a digital marketing agency. John must clearly define whether the company is offering advertising services, consulting, or software-based marketing tools. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your business activity can affect taxation, licensing, and even banking approval later. So this step is more important than it looks. Now step 4 is preparing your documents. To start a company in Turkey, you typically need identification documents, proof of address, and a tax identification number, if you are a foreigner. If you are not a Turkish citizen, you may also need a notarized translation of your passport. Now here's the problem most people face. They underestimate translation and notarization requirements. Then their process gets delayed at the registration office. So always prepare translated and certified documents in advance. Now, step 5 is obtaining a tax number. In Turkey, every business owner must have a tax identification number. This is required before company registration can proceed. Foreigners can obtain this through tax offices or authorized procedures. Think of it as your legal identity for business operations in Turkey. Without it, nothing moves forward. Now let's pause for a moment. In a minute, I'll show you the biggest reason foreign founders get stuck during company registration in Turkey, even when they have all their documents ready. But first, let's continue step by step. Step 6 is drafting the Articles of Association. This is the legal document that defines your company's structure, shareholders, capital, and management rules. In Turkey, this is a critical legal requirement for Ltd companies. For example, if Alex and Jake are starting a company together, the Articles of Association will define who owns what percentage, how decisions are made, and how profits are distributed. Now here is where most people fail. They rush this document or use generic templates without customizing it properly. Later, this causes internal disputes or legal confusion. So this step must be done carefully, ideally with professional support. Now, step 7 is registering with the Trade Registry Office. This is the official company formation step. Once your documents are approved and submitted, your company is registered in the Turkish Trade Registry Gazette. At this point, your company becomes a legal entity. You will receive a registration number, and your company is officially recognized. But you are still not fully operational yet. Now comes step 8, tax office registration. After company formation, your business must be registered with the tax office. This activates your tax obligations and allows you to issue invoices legally. VAT registration may also apply depending on your business type and revenue structure. For example, if John runs an e-commerce business selling to Turkish customers, VAT compliance becomes essential. Now here's the important part. If you delay tax activation, you cannot legally invoice clients. So this step is critical. Now step 9 is opening a business bank account. Every company in Turkey must have a separate business bank account. This ensures financial transparency and compliance. Banks may request company documents, tax number, and shareholder information. Now here's a practical insight. Some banks are more foreign-friendly than others. So choosing the right bank can save you time and effort. If your documents are consistent, approval is usually smooth. If not, delays happen. Now let's talk about costs, because this is what most people want to know. Starting a company in Turkey is relatively affordable compared to Europe. However, costs vary depending on legal assistance, translation fees, and accounting services. The Ltd structure is generally cost-effective, which is why it is popular among startups and foreign entrepreneurs. But here's the key insight. The real cost is not just setup. It is ongoing compliance. Accounting, tax filings, and reporting are required monthly or quarterly. Now let's talk about taxes in a simple way. In Turkey, companies pay corporate tax on profits. VAT may apply to goods and services. There are also social security obligations if you hire employees. But here's the simple breakdown. You earn revenue. You subtract expenses. You calculate profit. Then taxes apply to that profit. And with proper accounting, many business expenses can legally reduce taxable income. Now, let's go over the most common mistakes. The first mistake is choosing the wrong company structure. Many beginners choose sole proprietorship without realizing they need liability protection. The second mistake is missing document translations or notarization requirements. The third mistake is inconsistent business activity descriptions, which creates tax or banking issues later. The fourth mistake is delaying tax registration after incorporation. Now here's the biggest mistake of all. The biggest mistake foreign entrepreneurs make in Turkey is assuming the process is fully flexible and informal. In reality, Turkey has strict documentation rules, and consistency across all records is critical. If your company name, activity, and tax details do not align perfectly, your application can be delayed or rejected. Now let's simplify everything into a clear flow. You choose your structure. You select your company name. You define your business activity. You prepare documents and translations. You obtain a tax number. You draft articles of association. You register with the trade registry. You complete tax registration. You open a bank account. And then, you operate legally. That is the complete system. Now let's talk timelines. If everything is prepared correctly, company formation in Turkey can be completed relatively quickly, sometimes within a few days to a couple of weeks, depending on documentation and approvals. Foreign founders may take slightly longer due to translation and verification steps, but most delays are avoidable with proper preparation. Now let's wrap this up. Starting a company in Turkey in 2026 is absolutely achievable and cost-effective for international entrepreneurs. The system is structured, but once you understand the steps, it becomes very manageable. The key is preparation, consistency, and choosing the right structure from the start. And here's the final takeaway. Turkey rewards organized founders. If your documentation is clean and your process is structured, you can set up a fully operational business and access a strong international market bridge between continents. If this guide helped you, like this video, drop a comment with your business idea, and subscribe for more step-by-step business guides like this. This is exactly the kind of clarity most founders need before starting internationally.